What's going on and on? Just getting my light out of the shot there. Don't want the light in the shot. Can't be doing that. What's going on? I got my cassette tape is for lovers shirt on. Check it out. If you want to help me out, you can snag one at shop.spreadshirt.com/424recording if you're watching the replay. Help me buy some of that Valentine's Day candy, you know what I'm saying? I just want to say we're going to hang for another live stream. If you're watching the replay, we go live every Tuesday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. generally, but since today's Valentine's Day and I got plans later, I can't be on YouTube later. Jay can't be here later, so we did our stream yesterday, so I'm changing it up to just a little afternoon sesh, see what's going down with y'all. Yo, Dave, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. So we'd love to have you. Make sure you enable notifications. Yo, what's going on, Coop? On this channel, click the bell next to subscribe so you'll know every time we go live. If you're watching the replay, you can change the playback to 2x so you can speed through it. That's just a little tip I picked up recently from Tim over at Video Creators. So it's a cool channel. I don't know. I like to watch sometimes. So, but yeah, we're hanging out. Probably gonna be a shorter sesh today, but I figured, hey, let's do our thing. So like I said, later today I got some plans. So, thanks, Tim. So we're just chilling. We're chilling this afternoon. Got some stuff done today, so was able to come out a little earlier. We're gonna close the door because that's how we do. And I don't know. Let's check out the. Let me get the chat up here. See what's going on. Because I gotta disconnect this real quick. Bear with me. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second. I'm working on some vids today. Earlier. All right. I think I can disconnect this now. Nothing will be upset. Okay, let's check out the chat. See what you guys are doing. Thanks for coming out. I know it's a weird time. May have been a surprise stream for y'all, but it's Valentine's Day. Got stuff going down later, so we're just hanging out. I want to maybe show you some stuff I'm working on in my Digitakt. I got my mini log hooked up. I can show you that too. I've been figuring out how to use MIDI. That's something I never really understood how to use, so that's been pretty fun. Jay apparently hates MIDI, much like his hatred for the Beatles that we found out last night and most classic albums. But yeah, he doesn't like MIDI, so I've been kind of on my own trying to figure that out. And luckily, I've been finding some good channels to do that on. I've really been digging Cuckoo lately. He's like an electronic musician / performer, teacher type guy. It's pretty dope. So, oh, cool, man. So you're half paying attention. Well, thanks for coming out, Dave. Yeah, I know it's a weird time. But yeah, so I've been messing around with some MIDI lately. It's been pretty cool. I need to get a MIDI through box because the Digitakt has 8 MIDI channels, but it only has 1 MIDI through. So you need some kind of MIDI box to change that up. So that's something I'm going to be working on soon once I get all my MIDI instruments hooked up. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base with you guys, show up, because I know I said I'm supposed to be showing up Wednesdays, so it got maybe like a half hour to an hour to chill. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comments. It seems like a pretty intimate live stream today, so if you got questions, hit me up. Got my M on, it's important. It's my power letter. You might be able to chain MIDI devices via their MIDI outs. Oh yeah, I've heard about that too. But Dave, does that affect how does that affect what channel you can use it on? Or can you use them on all of them? MIDI out to MIDI in, etc. So when you use that method, Dave, is it do those? I'm like super new to MIDI. I'm a complete novice. So when you do that, can you use different MIDI channels to take, as long as you can define the channel on each device, it should be good. Oh, so do you make them all the same channel, or can you make them all different channels? I guess that's where my confusion lies. Um, because that makes a lot of sense then. I mean, I guess that just goes to show how green I am about MIDI and electronic instruments. So, yeah. I'm gonna look into doing that. I guess I would need a special cable for that. Depends what you do. Depends what you want to do. I want to hook up like a few MIDI devices. Right here, I have my mini log, which looks like it's just out of the shot, and I have that hooked up to the Diggy right here. So, I mean, really, what I want to do is just hook up maybe like another synth and go from there. Um, Hook up some kind of bass synth. I'm looking at a Moog Minotaur. Might be able to get one. I don't know. I've been getting into electronic music. It's pretty sweet. Oh, Coop, you're trying to learn me yourself and invest in a Tascam 688. There's actually Magic Spiral Productions. He's going to be selling his MIDI 688 if you're interested. Just Google his channel. I think because he's been doing a couple of videos on it, Landon, and I saw that he has a MIDI studio. It looks like it's in pretty good shape, and he says that he's going to be selling it. So you might want to hit him up. Hit him up in the comments. I don't know where he's going to sell it. Probably on Reverb or eBay, or you might even be able to work out some kind of deal with him that's behind the sidelines or something. Or I don't know what to say. You could probably direct message him and work out a deal. So if you're looking for one that's probably in good shape and that you can see like the demos that he's done on it on YouTube, check it out. Magic Spiral Productions. That's Landon. Yeah, Under the Table. That's exactly what I was trying to say. I couldn't think of it. So Dave said, so you trigger a sequence off-white market. I never heard that. So you trigger a sequence on the Korg from the Diggy. Yeah, yep. I'm using the Diggy to... Exactly. And granted, this is the first time I've ever done it, so I'm like super new to how it works. I should probably just turn these on. Get them warmed up. But yeah, I've been working on here. This has like a chromatic keyboard, which is really cool. I find it really, really useful. Because I don't have a MIDI controller either. I'm still figuring all this stuff out. So what's cool is you can put this into chromatic mode, and then you have a keyboard. I don't think this is. Let me see. Should be here or something. No, I think I gotta pick the right track. I'm new to this device too, the Digitakt, so I'm still trying to figure out that. That's why. So if I go to chromatic, oh, that's weird. Not getting any sound at the moment. I'll have to figure this out in a second. But yeah, so you can use this right now. You can see it's lit up kind of on the screen, I think. So it's like a keyboard layout. You got the black keys up here, the white keys here. And it's sweet because I never understood that that's what MIDI was. I didn't realize there was all these, this language between MIDI devices, which has been really fascinating. It's just funny, there's like this inner workings of all this electronic gear that I never knew existed, so it's pretty fun. Oh, Tofuton, what's going on? Each device can be assigned to its own channel and its global settings. Right. And you can do that even when they're chained. Wow, nice. Yep. I'm far from the most knowledgeable person when it comes to MIDI, but I've been using it for a long time. If you have questions, I do my best to help out. Oh, thanks, Dave. I appreciate you. Even what you're saying now is very helpful. Because I literally know nothing about it. Never had MIDI devices, never tracked anything MIDI. I never really even understood what MIDI was, or that it was a language that all these instruments have. And now I'm like looking around at all my stuff, even though I've gotten rid of most of my stuff. But the stuff that I still do have, I'm asking people, and I'm like, yo, do you have, any MIDI devices? I was asking Jay. He said like his Alesis SR16. I think that's the model number, has it, and there's a lot of different those new Korg Volcas have them. have MIDI, and those seem pretty cool. I was thinking about trying out the FM, the Volca FM. I don't know if any of you guys here have used that. It looks probably to be the most useful in terms of what I'm trying to do, so that's cool. But yeah, I'm just like I'm looking to just get any kind of MIDI device now. I'm like addicted to MIDI. I'm addicted to MIDI and trying out MIDI and understand it. Well, really, because I'm trying to understand this. Like I said, this has 8 channels of MIDI, so um, it's kind of sick, you know. So, oh, that's why this isn't up at all. Oh wait, it's not plugged in. That's why. Anyway, I guess I unplugged stuff because I was worried about kicking it out and bending. Oh, I kicked the camera. Yeah, I was worried about like hitting the, you know how it is, the cables. You hit stuff and knock it over, and wound up bending stuff. So I pulled them all out because I was messing around and doing some stuff this morning before I had to head out. So yeah, but sorry. Yeah, so that's what I'm up to now. Is just learning MIDI, trying to figure out how I can use that in my workflow. Because like I'm coming from more of like a rock background, and I've been not trying to get away from it, but I don't know. I've been doing some cool stuff with this Digitakt. What I think is cool. So one thing I realized with like my rhythm guitar playing is that it can be very repetitive and, you know, more of a background type instrument. So what I've been doing is sampling my chords that I'm playing in a song. Yo, Jay, what's going on? Good to see you, friend. Jay's here. If you guys got any questiones. Yeah, we're just chilling earlier today. Usually Jay's here on Wednesdays, or we're trying to do Wizard Wednesdays. Dude, I don't know. It's so strange. Okay, Dave, we'll see you in a minute. I don't know, Jay. I was just thinking that. I was like, that's why I've been starting out each live stream with saying if you guys want to subscribe and get the notifications for the live stream, just go to, you got to hit the bell, or there's like a bell. I got to do an animation about it, but when you, next to subscribe or next to where the channel is, you can turn on notifications for the live streams or just for when I put out a new video. So I don't know. I think those used to be automatically set, so maybe some of you guys get those and some of you guys don't. But I don't know, Jay. Check it out in the apps. There might be a spot where it's like notify me when this stuff is live. Or I should send out a couple texts to some of the task fam. Let you all know I'm up and about, out and about, out and about. Yo, Tim, I'm live. Sean will probably come out. Sean came out yesterday. He's the guy that did the theme song, and he really enjoyed the live stream. He said he had it on in the background. And that's the thing. I've gotten a couple of emails and stuff. People saying like, this is very strange, but they were saying like, oh, you know, I don't know if I like your channel anymore, which is weird because I haven't really even had the channel that long, so I didn't realize I had these like long-term fans already. Obviously, you guys that have been with me since the beginning, that's awesome. But I just thought it was strange because it was like, they were like, oh, you know, I don't like the live streams that you're doing. And, oh, hey, John Paul Dove, what's going on? You know, they were saying like, I don't know if I like the live streams that you're doing because it's, you know, they're too long and I'm missing so much stuff. And I don't know. It was just very strange. I forgot, lost my train of thought now. What the point I was gonna make about this. But yeah, so I'm just trying to go live today earlier because Jay's not gonna be around later, and it's Valentine's Day, so I got my cassette tape is for lovers shirt on, pretty sweet. Thank you very much. One of you guys gave me an idea for that. I appreciate that. I think it was Will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. Forget what I was saying about that guy. So I got a couple emails. One guy was saying like, "Oh yeah, I don't know if I like your channel anymore because you change things up on me and I can't get into your longer form videos." And I'm like, you know, oh, that's the point I was gonna make. Tim just sent me a text saying he's gonna drive and listen. Cause Sean, he too, like, and too at work, like I used to listen to podcasts. I was able to listen to podcasts like 8 hours a day. On in the background in my headphones. So it was like, not that this is a podcast. Obviously, this is a live stream. Yo, Tim, what's going on? Tim, I was just telling everybody about Sean had come through last night when me and Jay were live, and that was the point I was going to make. Was that I've been getting these. Okay, so I'm trying to finish this train of thought. I've been getting these emails. I got two emails and a YouTube message about people that, since I've been doing the streaming, that they don't like the streaming on the channel. Because they think it's too long of content, or they think I'm trying to just like get watch time or something, which is partially the reason, in all transparency. Also just because I enjoy doing live streaming, but YouTube changes some things with the watch time, and you have to get a certain amount of watch time. But also I just love live streaming. I think live streaming is a great tool for the channel, and a great way to have Q&As, and a great way to show off stuff I'm working on, and a great way to have performances. Yeah, John, that seems to be the case with a lot of people. They really enjoy it. That's what I think is weird, because the guy's point was, well, I can't, watch your videos that are like 2 hours long. Yeah, Tim, I'll hit him up. I can't watch your videos that are like 2 hours long. I don't get this content that you're putting out. And it's like, Sean said the point yesterday. He came through. He didn't watch it, but he listened to the whole thing while he was doing other things around the house. And that's my point about podcasting is, I used to listen to 2 hour, 3 hour podcasts at work, and listen to podcasts all day. So it's like, if you can just have it on in the background and listen to the audio, and that's the point I was trying to make to this guy. I don't know if I lost Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because there's not much going on the screen. It's more about audio and the chat, and that's the idea behind the Coffee with Mike episodes, and some of the other live streams. Even this live stream is just sort of like I've been saying. I've been trying to practice my speaking skills and my riffing skills, and being able to say, talk about what I've been talking about. Because I used to be really bad at talking, and I used to have like fear of. I guess like anybody does, or a lot of people do, is fear of speaking in public, even though this is in public. But, I used to get so caught up in my head, and now this is like just, I'm learning this skill. And Sean said, and he's known me for a long time, he said, wow, you're really good at, riffing and, being on the camera. I'm like, cool, thanks, man. Like, that's something I never would have been able to do, like a year ago. And this is cool. It's like YouTube's been teaching me a lot about, or doing YouTube and live streaming is teaching me a lot about speaking and keeping my thoughts going and not losing focus, and it's been really good for me in a lot of ways. So I appreciate all you guys coming out and giving me great feedback on that. But yeah, it's like, I'm glad to hear that a lot of you guys do like the streams, and I'm glad to hear that a lot of people are watching them in the background or having them on. Yo, Matt, what's going on? I'm glad to hear you guys are enjoying the streams, and that you can put them on in the background while you're doing other stuff. And that's how I would be consuming them. That's how I consume other streams from other channels. And I think it makes perfect sense, unless we're doing some sort of like drum tutorial or miking tutorial where we're doing something that you have to watch, or you want to see where something is. And that's the point I was trying to make to the guy that sent me the message and the people that emailed me. And it's like, I just don't, it's like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm having fun doing this. Like, it's just funny because like I was not getting accused of changing my channel or changing up my channel, but just getting accused of like, how dare you like stop making videos? It's like I still make more. I make more videos during the week now too. I went from 2 videos to 3 videos. So I don't know. Maybe they just didn't understand how like I was still doing the regular videos in addition to the live streams. But I guess I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but something that was on my mind that I wanted to talk about in relation to the streams. So appreciate you guys hanging out and listening to my rant here. But I have a lot of fun doing the streams. I have a lot of fun hanging with Jay. And, it's just all about, like I said, training myself to get better at speaking, and the watch time too. I'm not gonna lie, full transparency. I definitely want people listening and watching for as long as they can. Because of some of the rules, the new things YouTube rolled out, some of the changes they made to some of the policies, which doesn't really affect the channel that much, to be honest. But I like making a channel. So, oh yeah, I gotta wrench him. I feel like Tim. Here he is. Yo, Aaron, what's going on? We're just hanging out. We're just having a low key chat today. basically, I wanted to get together a little bit earlier today because it's Valentine's Day. I'm going to be busy later. So, and we had a really good stream yesterday. If you missed that one, it was a Coffee with Jay episode. Jay brought over some Guatemalan freshly roasted beans that he grinded up, and we made them in the French press. And I also made a really weak batch, and then we just mixed them together. And it was a lot of fun. And Jay answered a lot of questions. I was kind of on the sidelines a little bit, which was cool. I got to just kind of chill out a little more than I usually do on like these type of streams. And there's a lot of great info in there. So check that one out. We'll have to go back through, and I'm gonna that's one of my plans too, is to go back through and make some kind of like smaller videos out of the live streams. That was something else I mentioned to my critics of the live streams. Was that, and it's also a way to generate more ideas, or to take snippets out of this, take a 5-minute snippet out of this where we talk about X, and make that into like a short form video, So I don't know. I'm just glad that it's not the majority of people viewing my channel. I guess I'm kind of new to the whole YouTube thing anyway, so it's like I'm still trying to figure out the ins and outs of it, and it's just so funny. Like I said, like I didn't realize there was like this difference between long-term viewers and newer people, and like some of the older viewers, the people that have been with the channel for a while, or like, I don't know, I'm worried that I'm changing up the channel on them or something. I don't know. It's flattering. It's really cool, but it's like I thought this was a pretty chilled out operation, and that's the way I kind of roll with it. So if anybody from that camp is watching, things are staying the same. We're just doing some streams. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate. This is great. I figured everybody likes them, and we've all been coming out and hanging out. In the words of the great sage T Swift, haters gonna hate, 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 hate. That's right. That's a good one, John. I was actually listening to that song the other day. So thanks, John. I appreciate that. It's so true. It's like you can't please everybody. Nor would you want to, right? So I don't know. Because then you're not being true to yourself. There's like a great Kurt Cobain quote about that. Forget what it is. I think he's like, I'd rather die being myself than please people that I don't want to, or something. It's terrible. I wish I could remember what it is. 80%, right? That's right, John. That's right. 80% is the goal to be achieved. Yeah. So you guys like the 80% video, huh? That again was sort of inspired by Tim Schmoyer over at Video Creators. I gotta give some inspiration due where it's due, if that makes any sense. And also from Hatbro, and when he came over and did the session, and also just my own philosophy over the years that's developed. So all those three things combined to make the 80% video. And it's so funny because Jay said the same thing to me about 80%. Okay, yes, John Paul Dove, you are the man. You put all this stuff into such great like sound bites or snippets. He said, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for what I'm not. That's perfect. That is perfect. I just couldn't formulate that idea. See, this is why I've been practicing on YouTube speaking, is because of that exact reason that you just witnessed. Is I have these ideas, can't get them out of my head into a form that makes sense to other people. So John Paul Dove, thank you so much for helping me out there. And that's something I'm trying to get better at, and I think I am getting better at. But yeah, that right there is a big reason I've been doing the streams. It's for my own speaking ability and my own comfort level and being comfortable expressing my ideas. So thank you. You would probably still do this if you lost every subscriber, but the core. Yeah, man, of course. I mean, this is the community right here. Everybody that's in this stream right now, not everybody can go to make it to every stream, but this to me is the community. These are the people that are showing up every time, just like I'm showing up every time. Like we're getting stuff done. We're doing the cassette chain project. We're coming up with different ideas for videos. We're hanging out, answering questions, like making mixes better. Giving each other ideas, giving each other inspiration. Yeah, it's like that's what is really developed out of the live streams. I don't think the community that's developing on the channel would be as strong had I not been doing the live streams and had you guys not been showing up and Jay coming over and Tim coming over for the streams, Hapro, and that's another thing that's cool too is I've got actually my buddy Brian from John's heading out. Maybe you'll get to do a TED Talk about 424 recording someday. Aaron, wow, man, that made my day. I hope so. John, you're heading out, buddy? All right, later, Brosephine. All right, John, thanks for coming through. Thanks for hooking me up with that great soundbite, my friend. You saved the stream. Yeah, Aaron, that's like super. That's great, man. Thank you for that. I hope I'll be talking about this exact thing on the TED Talk. My inability to talk, brochacho. Yeah. But yeah, that's the whole thing. It's just funny, But that whole aspect, that whole like cultural aspect of the channel, I never considered that until I started getting emails like that because a lot of the messages were a lot of the stuff on the channel has been so positive. So it's funny when people come with that kind of criticism, which I think is great. Be more constructive with your criticism. But it's just funny, for a lot of reasons, mainly because I didn't realize it was that big of a deal for people who, somebody, I don't know. But yeah, that's my point with the live streams is put them on the background. That's what I do. That's what I do with podcasts. If anything, I feel like that's what the whole idea of this is. I see a lot of people streaming and making the audio into a podcast. That's something I'm dabbling with, thinking about doing. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Would that be interesting to you to have this also in like a podcast format? Does it not matter because it's on YouTube and you can watch it anytime? I don't know. Does that sound something that's interesting? Because the one thing that's cool with Coffee with Mike is that it's becoming. I wouldn't say people know about it. I guess people in my own. They look at your videos as a product. Yeah. It's weird, man. Yeah, I was, my buddy Brian, who was at the cabin. He's been an avid streamer, and he's usually lurking in the streams. And he's watched a lot of the ones on replay. He's from Yellow Rainbow that Tim and I were talking about. His band's Yellow Rainbow. I'll put a link to it if you guys want to check it out. It's cool ambient stuff that you can listen to like in the background. And he's going to be coming out with a new, that's his link there. He's going to be coming out with a new album, and he wants to come on the stream to, talk about his process and, talk about some stuff he's doing with his stuff, he's doing with his stuff, and, doing some stuff. But no, he's going to come on and he wants to talk about his album and, which is cool. Like, I didn't even think about it as an outlet like that, somebody else who was just kind of, and he lives pretty far away. He lives in New York, so he's going to come up and he wants to be on. I was like, dude, we can just do like a Skype call. We can do some sort of like call where you could even just be like coming through the phone or coming through Google Chrome, like a phone call or Skype call, FaceTime or something. But he was like, no, I really want to come out to the stream and be there. I think it'll be, a lot more fun, and I think it will too. So there's definitely going to be a lot more Coffee with Mics coming up, and I'm just going to keep trying to get different people on. And I think I'm going to try to reach out to some other I'm just going to email some people that I'd fantasy Coffee with Mike guests. I guess we'll put it like that. I'm not going to reveal any because I don't want to be embarrassed if they don't come on. We did talk about having Reckless Eric come on at some point. I haven't heard from him. I haven't reached out to him, so that makes sense. I just completely slipped my mind. I kind of wanted to get my interviewing chops up a little bit before I got him on. But if you wait for conditions to be perfect, you will never act. So there's a lesson for you today, kids. But yeah, I think I definitely want to try to make it into more. I'm glad to hear that it's more, you guys kind of consume the product or consume the content in a way that works for you. Thanks, Sean. Sean said crush it. Let me catch up with the chat here. I feel like the live thing on YouTube is fine. I watch the Joe Rogan podcast on YouTube all the time and don't even think about it being hosted elsewhere. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Right, so I'm assuming Joe Rogan does like the video of his podcast as well, and then he puts the audio on to the onto like a podcast format too. I'm assuming that seems to be what a lot of people do. Personally, I don't listen to podcasts much anymore, but that could be cool for those who do. Yeah, I don't really listen to them much anymore either. My priorities have kind of shifted. And I've been really enjoying silence. It's kind of weird. I used to just like consume podcasts and consume Spotify all day, like 8 hours a day at work and stuff. And toward the end of my tenure at my job, I just like stopped doing that. And then even when I'm driving now, I just like listen to the road and just think about stuff or try not to think about anything. Just being comfortable in silence. I don't know. That's just where I'm at right now. So I haven't really been consuming podcasts either, but I sure do like talking a lot. So maybe that's why I'm tired of listening to myself all day talk. Yeah, I checked it out last week and I really dig it. I've been doing more ambient stuff. Oh, that's awesome, Matt. Thanks for checking that out. So Matt Bryan is going to be on. That's what I was saying, Matt, from Yellow Rainbow. I think on he actually like sent me this huge like invitation and stuff. Let me get the date. I got my calendar. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this. I do like pretty legit scheduling for the channel. This is something that's really helped me out. I'll talk a little bit about that. But so Brian's coming on. He's coming on in March. Let's see. Yeah, Coffee with Brian. He's coming on my mom's birthday, the 3rd. It's the only thing on the March calendar. It's really blown out. You can't really see it. But yeah, there he is. Coffee with Brian, Mom's B-Day. So that's going to be pretty cool. He's going to be here on Saturday the 3rd. So if you want to check out Yellow Rainbow, Coffee with Mike, not sure what episode it's going to be because who knows? There might be more episodes before he comes on. So right now we're going to be up to episode 4. But yeah, Brian is going to be on Coffee with Mike. Brian from Yellow Rainbow will be on Coffee with Mike Saturday, March 3rd. If you want to check him out, he's from Yellow Rainbow. But yeah, so Brian, that's what I was saying is like I didn't even consider that other people would say, hey, I want to promote my album on the stream. Like that's fucking cool, man. Please do. I would love to, and also Brian's an old friend, so of course I'll have him on. And I'm just excited to interview him and get him in here. You know, it's like just a fun thing to do. But yeah, so real quick, this is how I usually do stuff. I showed the patrons this on the Patreon, patreon.com/424recording. I just added a bunch more levels in case anybody's interested and want to support the channel, but I actually showed this off on there. Basically, I print these out from online. If you're anything like me or are terrible at scheduling things or sticking to commitments and schedules, this has been a godsend for me. I used to use iCal and to keep track of my work hours and when I was at work, and because my job used to have this terrible system of not really paying me, so you know, not really paying me right, so my boss would always fuck up the payroll. But you know, so I used to have to keep track of all my work hours, but then I had iCal and I was keeping track of everything on my phone, and then iCal one day decided to take a shit and deleted like a year's worth of all my appointments and days I worked and hours, and you know, so after that I was like, F this, I'm gonna just get out my own calendar, or I made my own spreadsheet so I could figure out calculations and whatever in Excel. But anyway, if you're looking to get something done, especially like if you wanted to, this is great if you wanted to like make an album or record a song in a month, you know, print out February and say, I don't know, what's today? It's got to be what? Oh yeah, the 14th, it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. So yeah, I mean, it's really good to print out, and then you can say like, I'm gonna finish by Friday. I'm gonna finish a song, recording a song, and then by the 23rd, I'm gonna finish mixing. The 2nd, I'm gonna release it, and then like each day you can write in like one little step that you're gonna do toward that goal. Smart goals, you know, something like goals that are measurable. But this is a really cool thing to do. And you don't be afraid to change it up if you need to change it up. But this has been a godsend for me, and this is how I basically get everything done for the channel, because I basically do stuff way in advance and schedule it all out. So I'm pretty proud of this, because this is something, again, that doing YouTube has taught me and has gotten me better at. Sticking to commitments and being on time for stuff, and getting stuff done, scheduling it out. So check it out. That's a good hack for you guys, and all you guys that showed up today. Kind of a weird podcast. See, look, a Freudian slip. I said kind of a weird podcast episode. You know, we're just like talking about whatever, man. But no, just kind of going with the flow today. I didn't really have anything planned. But I wanted to hang out and see what's going on. Made some time today to hang out with y'all, so it's good to see you guys. But yeah, so there's a good tip for you, a little hack. Little, what is that called? Productivity hack. I've definitely 10x my productivity, man. So check that out if you need to 10x your productivity too. Yeah, the 95,000 does look really awesome. And I'm really excited, I've said this a couple times, for the 45,000 to hit the used market hard, because now all the nerds that have a 45,000 will probably sell their, they'll probably sell their 45,000 in order to get the 95,000, or maybe there'll be a fire sale on 45,000s. I mean, that's just where my head's at, you know. I don't need the latest and greatest, mainly because I'm just really cheap, so that's good. Command 8, what's going on, my friend? If I equals you like ambient, you should check out Amulet. He also uses, oh yeah, we were talking about Amulet, Amulets yesterday. He has a great video on making tape loops out of tapes, which I wanted to possibly do a stream on after I make my own tape, because I've never done that before, and I know he has like a pretty good guide to do that on. So he has a pretty good guide on making tape loops. So yeah, we were talking about Amulets yesterday. We gave him a shout out, and we're giving him a shout out today too. If you check out, if you want to check out, tape loops and ambient stuff that Amulets is doing, check that out. Oh my God, that'd be wild. I don't know what maybe there's some reference to something else, Coop. I'm not sure. That's the spice. Hey Andrew, how are you doing, my friend? I was listening to, I actually had the ambient piano track on yesterday during the stream. I don't know if you were here. It's just kind of like background music. Thanks for sending that over, by the way. It's really dope. And it's been good to just put on in the background when I'm editing or doing something else. Appreciate you doing that. Yeah. Send some more stuff out, you know? It's great. It's great. Great, like, background thinking music. I was thinking of the mixer of Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska and Guided by Voices Alien Lanes would be great. Both 4-track albums, same guy. His name escapes me. Oh, do you mean for the podcast? Like if I could get him on there? Maybe I could Skype him. Oh yeah, he'd be a great guest. Yeah, I'll look him up. I don't remember his name either at the moment. I don't know if I've ever known it, to be honest. Full transparency. Hashtag full transparency. But that would be cool. Because I think it's funny in today's world. A lot of people are just an email away. You know, you say, and it's such that the internet is, you know, obviously Brian's going to come here from New York to be on the show, but with the internet, you know, distance and time is now irrelevant. So, you know, you don't have to have somebody in the room to do a radio show, to do your podcast. Because podcasts are the new radio. You can literally do it on their schedule when it works for them. So a lot of these people that are, you know, industry people or just people that you look up to are just an email away, you know, and sometimes only a couple degrees of separation away. So it can't hurt to ask, you know, you got nothing to lose to ask other than radio silence or, hey, I'm not in the mood to do that, or I can't do that, or I've never done that. Maybe you could teach somebody how to do that, you know, or maybe they'll just say yes and come on, you know. So that's something I'm going to start doing is finding. So thank you for that suggestion. If you have any other suggestions, I think that would be a really cool thing to do. And yeah, I think that'd be fun. Let's see. He would be a great guest. I'll definitely hit him up. There's a cultural aspect to silence, streaming to Japanese culture. You should read about wabi sabi. Okay. There's a cultural aspect to silence, streaming to cool. I feel a connection to Japanese culture. I'm a big fan of Haruki Murakami. Great writer, probably my favorite writer of all time, right up there with Raymond Carver. Very dreamlike, stories, like very simply written. The translations are great, and I don't know. There's just something about those books. I just feel at home when I read them. So, and they encapsulate a lot. I think, from what I understand, a big part of Japanese culture. So, I'm definitely gonna check that out. John Vanderslice would be a great guest. Yeah, actually, I was almost gonna find myself in San Francisco, perhaps this winter, which I don't know if it's gonna happen because I actually got a email from Fred Torfy over at YouTube when I first started the channel. I guess he works on the YouTube campus out there, and he really liked the channel and said, if you're ever in town, come by. We'll hang out at YouTube. I was like, sick. So Sean, my buddy Sean, who did the theme song, lives out in LA, so San Francisco is not that far. So I was thinking about heading to. I was thinking about having John Vanderslice on a while ago, and this whole trip, I go hang out with Sean, keep it on the down low with him a little bit, and then maybe drive down to San Fran and, get some bread and go to and see the seals or the otters at the Pier 9 or whatever that is, and then swing by, see John Vanderslice if he would have me, or if I could interview him real quick, and then hit up YouTube campus and see what's going on there. That would have been a cool trip. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but that would be dope. Dean Ween would be great too, of course. Tad, yeah, that would be awesome. And Albini too, yeah. I think Coop, you sent me that podcast where Albini was on it, right? Or you were showing me like one of you guys. I think it was. I'm sorry, Coop. I'm just trying to keep track of all the emails I've been getting. It's starting to all blend together. But I believe that you sent me that podcast with a gentleman who had Albini on there, and it seemed very low key and cool, and just a matter of sending an email out to him and saying, hey. Would you like to come on, or do you have a half hour to come on and Skype, and that would be really cool. So yeah, that's the funny thing. That's what I was saying about the internet and about this type of media. Is people are a phone call away. People are an email away. People are a direct Twitter message away. Even though I don't really use Twitter, I don't know. It's like when you do this stuff online, it's like you can only be in so many places. I feel, at least myself, my head explodes like trying to figure out all these different. I mean, I know how they all work, but like just trying to, okay, I got to do a Facebook update, I got to do a Twitter update. I mean, I know there's like Hootsuite and things like that manage all your social media accounts, which is probably something I should look into. But I just don't have the time to build an audience on each platform. So, I mean, I have the accounts if you guys want to follow me at any of them. Instagram is the big one. I have a Twitter. I have a Facebook now, which I don't even think I've announced because I don't know. It's tough just to update it. But each one is a little landmine on the internet where if people come across it, boom, you can find the channel. So that's really what I'm doing. But if in case you don't know, that's pretty much where I hang out online is obviously YouTube and email and the forum, 424recording.com/forum. And of course, Instagram. So, but if you want to follow me on Twitter, I apparently have like 250 tweets. I guess I didn't realize this was happening, but I have my Twitter hooked up to my YouTube, which I knew. But Twitter, I think at one point YouTube, I started automatically sending out a thing, but at one point I think it was just like set up to automatically tweet every time I posted to YouTube, which was pretty convenient. But I didn't realize it was doing that. So I looked at my Twitter the other day. And I have like 250 tweets. It's wild. But since then, I've been trying to put more up. But I don't know. I'm not a tweeter. I'm a speaker. I'm not a tweeter. Um, it's good to be cheap. I think it fosters creativity. I think so too, Andrew. That's a really good point. Um, been meaning to get a whiteboard in the Cosmic Chapel just for that reason. Just for what reason? What's the Cosmic Chapel? Is that your spot? There is a mixed down track on the 95,000. It's dope. That's awesome. Um, send it over, Andrew. Um, and if you got a link, man, post it up or let us know what the address is, and we'll bump it on here. Um, I got my Tascam 424 last week and have been using it for lo-fi house techno. Sounds great. Here's my last DJ set if anyone is interested. Cool. Thanks, Bill Jobs. I'm going to check that out after the stream. Um, that's cool that you've been using it for house and techno. I know that there are some people using it for that, but I've never actually met one, so that's awesome. I'm gonna check it out, see what that's all about. Um, yeah, one thing. I mean, that's one thing I've been really wanting to do with my 4-track is use the Electron to record drum samples onto it and send them back to the Electron, or make sample packs or like kits. Because I don't really see anybody doing that. I don't know if people want that happening or people to do that. But I thought it would be cool to have some sample packs, some 424 recording drum sample packs. And I appreciate all you guys who already sent me like drum sounds and stuff. That's awesome. But yeah, that was part of my plan too. I guess it's sort of related, was to make kits out of like, lo-fi kits or drum samples that I've had or recorded, or that Jay's recorded, or that other engineers locally have recorded, and put them through this, and or put them through the machine, the 414 or the 424 or the Tascam preamp that's conveniently sitting right here. Hashtag subliminal advertising. You probably saw it. It's not very subliminal. But yeah, that was kind of one of my points. Oh, I see Tim walking. I don't know if he's listening right now, though. No, he's putting his headphones in. It'd be funny if he was. I'll try to... Tim, if you're... Am I still live? Oh, okay. Sorry, I dropped out. I got that phone call coming in. I don't know if Tim's still watching, but if you are, Tim, give us a sign. I don't think it is. Tim sighting. What up? I better text. That was my wife. She's going to be coming home soon. Probably. Okay, let's see what we got. But yeah, that's something I wanted to do. Bill Jobs is sort of related. Bust out some samples in the 424 and bring them into the Electron. So it's gonna be sweet. Oh, it's your garage. That's awesome. Yo, Joel, what's up, man? So good to see you. Joel, I can't believe you made it out, my friend. Happy Valentine's Day. We're just doing an earlier stream today. Due to the Valentine's Day plans that are going on later tonight. So, love you too, bro. Thanks for coming out. Joel's been working on the cassette chain project, if any of you guys are interested in that. Oh, cool, dude. Is that patron saint? You guys are rocking it right now? That's awesome. All right, man. We'll catch you on the flippity floppity. Good to see you, dude. Yeah. Hey, is that the Electron? So you bought it? Yeah, MCF. I did the deed. I got the Electron. I wanted to get the analog rhythm Mark II, but it just hasn't come out, and it's like twice the price. And I found this one locally at a local shop that had it like sort of used, so it was cheaper. And it's been great. I've used it at that cabin session. I've been learning how to use it. I've been doing some beats on it. I've actually been doing some composing on it, and I've been doing, which is really cool. I was going to show Jay yesterday, I forgot. I've been recording guitar chords into it and then just like using that instead of playing guitar, which I don't know, maybe you don't feel, maybe not everybody feels, it sounds cool, and it'll free me up live to do other things if I ever perform solo or start a project that's like an electronic project. It's really cool, the Digitakt, I gotta say. Hashtag not sponsored by Electron, but I did get it, and it's freaking awesome. I'm gonna do at some point a stream where I'm playing it or something, or playing some tracks that I made, or I want to do some tutorials on that too. Once I get to know it better, but I don't know how many people use it really for rock or like because I'm coming from more like indie rock background, garage rock, '90s rock kind of thing. So I'm trying to do some kind of weird stuff. Well, maybe it's not that weird, but trying to mash together like electronic pop with garage rock, indie rock. So that's kind of what I've been doing with this. We've been running some experiments, um, and synth pop, I guess. So it's been pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know. It's more of just an exercise in trying something new. But this stuff is cool, man. I'll have to play some of it for you guys at some point. Jacob Wilson Gates, I want to send you a little acoustic thing I recorded on my 424, recorded on an old Sears parlor guitar. Funny, things always sounded better than my old. Yeah, it's got a vibe. Must have a vibe, Jacob. That's awesome. Send it away. Hit me up, man. Hit me up. 424. 424. What is it? 424 recording at what? Gmail? Is that it? Yeah. I do know Granddaddy actually. I think they played around here at like a at the O Positive Festival. That takes place in Kingston a couple of years ago, or maybe it was last year. Oh, that's awesome, Dave. Maybe I should check that out. Haha, the rare Tim in his natural habitat. Yeah, yeah, me too. I was a New Orleans raver. Later, Joel. Yeah, I've been doing some funky stuff with the Electron. I've been trying to mix my different. It's really cool because it's a drum machine, so that's really dope. And then, but then you can put samples into it, which is really cool. So the other night I made this like sample, and it was really cool. It sounded like Fiery Furnaces or something, or like the Unicorns. And then I put this like really fuzzed out guitar on it that I normally do, but I sampled it and then chopped the samples up, and I made this really cool sequence. And then it was like, oh well, because it hit me. I was like, well, I play this rhythm guitar stuff, and yeah, I mean, obviously it's just like, it has like a very definitive end to the sample, but it sounds cool. It has like a good chug to it. But I realize if I'm just playing chords, like straight chords, that sampling that is kind of a no-brainer. And so it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to sample it in that nature, but I've been running some tests, and I'm not ready to unveil any songs I'm working on yet. But once I have a finished one, I'll definitely perform it on the channel, live or something. Because that's what's really cool is at some point too, I want to do some performances on here. Especially with that, I see Red Means Recording. That's a cool channel. I was watching some of that guy's stuff, and I saw that he has that's how I found his channel, because he does some Digitakt live. Maybe he only done one, but he does some Digitakt live performing, which is really cool. Just checking my stream health here, because this thing is always tripping. I don't know why. My router seems to be okay for the moment, but it's kind of wonky sometimes. I'm not really sure the cause of it. It seems to go in and out, or sometimes I think the other things that are connected to it may fuck with the signal, or ditch the signal or something. So check out their album called The Software Slump. Okay, that sounds cool. I got a sleep exam in the morning. Haven't studied yet. Oh man, thank you, Command 8. Good luck on your exam, my friend. Thanks for coming out. Get some sleep. You're gonna need it for that test. I think they say people who sleep before an exam do better, even if they haven't studied. So make sure you at least get sleep. And good luck, my friend. Thanks for coming out. Bill Jobs. Nice. Cool, man. Yeah, Jacob, send the track, my friend. Dude, I'm gonna check out more of Granddaddy. I know some of the songs, I think, but I've never really dug too deeply into their discog. So, oh, cool. Thank you, my friend. I'll check that out after the stream. Yeah, I mean, that sounds. I mean, I'm assuming that the description I'm giving you of the direction I'm heading in musically is what made you think of them. So that should be a really great frame of reference for me. Um, it's just I don't know. I'm just trying to mix a couple different elements, trying to get inspired. I have this album I'm working on that you guys probably heard, Wonders of Color. I put out a couple songs, Fall Forever, and no indie from it, and I don't know. I haven't had like the urge to finish it, the inspiration. So I'd really like to, you know, try that out. So get it done, get it to a level. But it's like I'm already moving past it, so I really need to get it done ASAP and just put it out. I don't feel that it's at 80% yet. That's why I haven't put it out. I gotta just take my own advice. Also, I've just been busy, and I need to really just set aside like a 2 day. I know I could finish it in like 2 days or like a day. It's just I've just been it hasn't been a priority. I guess I've just been doing other stuff, and I don't know. Sometimes you get to that attitude of what's the point, you know? So felt a little pointless in some regards. And also, I just haven't been working on other stuff, so you got to go with what you're inspired by. Sometimes. It was your previous rock indie background. Okay, cool. I thought that they were more like an electronic type band, but were like more of a mix. But I could be mistaking them with somebody else then. I'm not a tweeter. I'm a mid-range speaker. Is that what I said? Hey, do you have any tips for keeping rhythm guitar interesting? I've been learning more Wipers songs, but when I attempt to write something sort of original, it gets boring. I don't know. Keeping rhythm guitar interesting. I think something Elliott Smith said that I don't do it, but I think it's something I should do more of. I think he said like keep change the chords more often than you think you should, because it really keeps people's attention. So you know, you could have like a really simple 3 chord progression, but if you listen to like a lot of Elliott Smith stuff, is maybe in those simple progressions, but then you know. There's a lot of chords thrown in there and different. It's not just like, you know, a very simple like C, G, F progression or whatever. There's that progression, but then there's a lot of different chords thrown in, and I guess that'll make it more complex and also more inviting or more interesting to the listener. Because that's something I've actually been thinking about a lot. Is my own rhythm guitar playing. That's funny that you bring that up, Andrew. Because I think too, another great tip is if you're bored playing it, people are going to be bored listening to it. So use your own judgment in terms of what's boring for you to play, especially if it's a song that you have to play a lot. Because if you're bored playing it, I think that's a good sign that it's probably not the greatest progression, maybe. So, but yeah, I would say use Elliott Smith's advice of change it up more than you think. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but something to that effect was like, you know, chord changes are use more chord changes than you think you should, even if it's just like a quick change to something else, or you know, you're adding a ninth or adding a note here and there, or adding like a bass note as you're changing. And you could do things too where you like mess with the pattern or do something that's like an untraditional. You know, do more flicking of your wrist or something to give it more of a like, I don't know. I think the band Love does that a lot on Forever Changes. They do some really cool acoustic guitar stuff, and like different sounding stuff. So yeah, I think those would be my tips for that I can think of off the top of my head. They use synths for sure, synths and fuzz guitars. The singer was good friends with Elliott Smith. Oh, that's funny. There's another connection. Jacob, one of the things I remember Elliott saying in the songwriting video was just not looking at the fretboard while you play. It's just shapes. That's helped me here and there. Oh yeah, that's a really cool thing that he said. I remember that too. That really struck out to me. I'm assuming we watched the same video. It was like a video on YouTube where he was interviewed, and I think that's really interesting too. Is thinking about it in terms of shapes as your hand is moving around. You know, you can think about like if you do like can't think like if you're I guess I'll use the fret numbers. If you go like 3 to 5 on the A string and then go down to E on 5 and go down to 3 as like a chord. So you're doing I guess C, D, G, no C D. Man, this is embarrassing. C D A G. That's like a square. I don't know if that makes any sense. So that's like a shape. But then you can think about it in terms of. I think this is what makes sense in my head. Like tracing out those shapes or you know coming up with more complicated shapes than just that, or adding shapes to that shape. So that is always that actually it's so funny that you say that. That's really that's something that struck out to me. I think that's the same video I got that other quote from. Try to find that and post it. Yo, twin, what's going on? Can't stay long. Yeah, I'm gonna be heading out pretty soon. I'm glad that you guys have come out today. It started off a little slow, but we got things going as per usual. Yeah, I got some Valentine's Day plans with the lady this evening, so I gotta we can't be streaming all night like Jay and I usually do or did last week. But for now, coming up, Wednesdays are going to be Wizard Wednesdays, where Jay comes on and we chat. Tuesdays are going to be Task Fam Tuesdays. Just a little mnemonic device to help you remember what days we're going to be streaming. Generally, we're going to be streaming at 8, but this has been cool, streaming a little bit earlier. If I get out early and have time to do this, I think this would be really fun to keep doing. Yo, Stego, what's going on? What'd you say here? With regards to rhythm guitar, more interesting, a few hammer-ons and palm muting here and there. Good for mixing stuff up. Cool. Thanks, Stego. That's a really great suggestion. I have some Valentine's Day plans with Fistina, lol. Not sure what that means, man. Yeah, so I didn't get a notification. Twin, I was saying that in the beginning of the stream, there's like that little bell. It has something to do with the bell, I think, when you subscribe to the channel or where this channel page is, there's like a little notification bell. At some point, YouTube changed that. I think when people used to subscribe, it would automatically, you know, go to, it would automatically notify you, but now you have to hit the notification bell in order to get the notifications. But I don't know if that's even the case either, because I think maybe it just doesn't spit out the fact that I'm live streaming to many people. I'll probably have to. I should really. It's really on me too. You know, I should really be posting on Instagram when I'm live streaming and Twitter and all that stuff, but I don't know. I'm not sure. So, but just to keep it like a secret, we're gonna be a little Built to Spill reference there for you. We're gonna be Tuesdays at 8, Wednesdays at 8. If we're gonna do them again this time of day at some point, we'll do that. Oh, I have the bell clicked. That's weird. That is weird. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. Maybe YouTube it's got some bugs they're working out or something. But yeah, Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 8. All the regular videos are still coming out at 3 p.m. Monday, Thursday, Friday. Tomorrow I have a video coming out on why do people like 4-track cassette recorders. I think it'll be a good one. Inspired by some of the stuff we've been talking about on the forum. What else? Brian's coming on, my buddy Brian from The Cabin and the Ballad of Hat Bro. He's playing mandolin. His band Yellow Rainbow solo project, electronic books-esque project. He's coming on March 3rd, Saturday. It's going to be a morning coffee with Mike. If you're interested in that, it's coming up. That's going to be next month at some point. But he scheduled it out. I got some other ideas for people to come on the podcast. Well, see, I said podcast again. I am Freudian slipping. I guess this is happening, the 424 recording podcast. Banjo Bro, yep. Mixing up chord inversions and just playing a bar chord or power chord can spice up some rhythm. Yeah, that's a good one too, Andrew. But yeah, so streams have been fun. At the beginning of the stream, I was talking about stream haters. John Paul Dove said, in the words of Taylor Swift, haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. I guess there's 5 hates in that line. So haters gonna hate. You know. So I've been getting my first few haters, which is I don't know. It's been a weird experience because everybody's been so positive. The Task fam is such a positive crew of people, and I feel like I'm a positive person for the most part, and it's just funny like internet haters. I guess there's always gonna be haters. You can't please everybody. In the words of Kurt Cobain, let me just find where John Paul Dove told me here. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for what I'm not. And since it's Valentine's Day, I think that's a great. Haters are how you know you've made it. Thanks, Dave. That's what I keep reminding myself. I don't see why you'd have haters. Like, what are you doing that deserves? That's what I don't get either. That's what I don't get. I've been wondering the same exact thing. What is it that I'm putting out there that is eliciting that kind of reaction from somebody? It's the most. That's what I mean. I feel like some people are just nuts. It's like people will just find anything to crap on, you know. But that's always a reflection of that person. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with the channel. That's their own idiosyncrasies, neuroses. That's their projection of their own poor self-esteem, and those people hate themselves. So the only way that they can express that hate for themselves is to hate other people. It's really fucked up, like that kind of psychology. But I get it. I try not to take it personally. I don't think any of you guys should take any of that shit personally. You know, it has nothing to do with me. I just think it's hilarious. Like people were hating on the fact that I'm live streaming. That's what it was. What's what it was. It was like, you know, your channel has changed. I can't believe you would be doing all these live streams. I can't keep up with all your live streams. I don't get the live streams. I don't understand why you have to do live streams. And it was like, geez, like I didn't mean to like offend you by living my life and doing something that's fun for me to do. Yeah. I'd rather be loved. See, I can't. I have the worst memory too. Like I can't even remember what that line is. I've said it a bunch of times. It's perfect for today too. It's Valentine's Day. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for what I'm not. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. So, haters gonna hate. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. I'm gonna be closing up shop here in a second. If you want to get a cassette tape is for lovers shirt, it seems pretty fitting for today. It's at spreadshirt.com/424recording. Shop.spreadshirt.com/424recording. Help me buy some chocolate. Patreon, hit me up, patreon.com/424recording if you want to support. There's a bunch of new rewards I added. Jay, you can check out the replay, my friend. You can 2x it too, so that you can stream right through it. That's a tip I've been picking up lately. If you 2x replays, you can get through them twice as fast if you want. Or you can also 1.5x them, so it'll just speed it up. That's what I was trying to explain to the haters, you know. Just you can watch it twice as fast, my friend. Like if you're worried you're gonna miss something, or you don't have to watch it at all, you know. Smash that like button if you like this, and you sound twice as smart. Dude's drinking that haterade. That's right. Smash the like button if you like this. Subscribe if you want to subscribe and get more of these. Hit the notification bell. I think this is all stuff you guys already know, so I'm not even gonna bother with it. Happy Valentine's Day. This has been the Lonely Hearts Club fam production. Yeah, that's a great book if you guys haven't checked it out. Oh wait, what is it called? Mr. Lonely Hearts? I forget. I think it's something. I can't think of the name. But yeah. Oh yeah, Jay. I didn't tell you about the haters. I'll tell you about it next time, man. It's stupid stuff. Stupid stuff. Oh wait, let me just catch up on the convo real quick. It's the Grammys. Yeah, it might be the Grammy haters spilling over. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, buddy. Love you guys too. Happy Valentine's Day to the Task fam. You guys are all my Valentines. Yeah, they probably do love CDs. You're getting, hey, you're doing something right. Yep, thanks. I love the positivity. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's one thing. It's like the that quote from um, oh man, what is that show? The show with the guys from New Zealand and they're like trying to be in a band. Flight of the Conchords. It's like, be more constructive with your feedback. It's one thing to criticize something, but to not be constructive is doesn't help anybody, But haters gonna hate. Haters hate themselves, and that's their projection into the world. That's their only way of dealing with the world, So, what are you gonna do? I try not to take it personally. The digital doofuses, but yeah. Thanks for coming out, guys. It's funny. It seems to get going more later on into the stream, so I'm gonna have to. They done goofed. Stay up, homie. Oh, I will, Jay. Don't worry. I'll learn from the best. Yeah, guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you back here for live on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Unless somebody comes through with Coffee with Mike earlier. Next video, don't forget to hate and subscribe, you nerd. Oh, that's a good one. Well, that's what's funny too. Real quick before I go, the YouTube doesn't care whether people thumb up or thumb down your videos. They just count it as people interacting. Like the fact that you made a video and it elicits any kind of a response. So like a like and a dislike count the same, which I think is pretty interesting. So, I mean, if they want to thumbs down it, I'm not gonna stop them. But like you said, Andrew, I'm got to be doing something right if they're gonna hate. So, anyway. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Like it if you like it. Hate it if you hate it. And yeah, we got to do some coffee with Andrew. Yeah, check out the forum. Thanks, Coop. You're the man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just dragging this out, but thank you guys so much for coming out. Next time we're gonna be doing something with Digitakt. We got Brian from Yellow Rainbow coming out on March 3rd for Coffee with Mike. Maybe we're going to have Andrew. He said he wants to come. So get in on V-Day. Yep. It's Happy Valentine's Day. If you want your cassette tape is for Lover shirt, y'all know where to get it. All right. We're gonna be peacing out right now. So subscribe if you want to subscribe. Smash that like button. Hate this if you hate it. And Happy Valentine's Day. Peace out, Task fam. I'll catch you on the flippity floppity.